Coach with me, and he told me he needed a lot of energy out of me, and fans that had our back. And he kind of gave us that boost to go out there and do what we had to do. So.
Craig, do you remember a game where you haven't made a basket? Last game you haven't made a basket. Like, how were you able to be effective without getting baskets?
Well, I kept being aggressive and attacking the hole, and I couldn't get no shots up good. They are fouled me. I go to the line, it was easy. I've been practicing my free throws.
I guess when was the last time you didn't have a bucket?
High school.
Varsity or JV or?
JV.
Did y'all say that some of those shots weren't falling and you saw that you had a little opening inside and you could get to the free throw line? Was that kind of?
Well, pretty much Coach tell her to attack the zone the whole game. I really started to see it opening up more in the second half.
Craig, you guys look like you were in control of that game, and then Ole Miss goes on that run, 12-0 takes the lead. Why were you guys able to get it back? It just looked like you guys stayed calm.
We kept being aggressive, and Coach told us we're going to have to face adversity during the game. So we took it, and we took it in, and we played hard.
IJ, I think you guys were down 5 going to the under-8 media timeout, and then you went on a 6-0 run. What was said during that timeout?
Well, actually, we huddled up on our own. I told them, I said, if we get a stop here, somebody will come down and get a bucket. We can just, I said, if we get stopped for the rest of the game, that'll be a win. I think we turned it up a little bit on defense with our defensive pressure, more pressure on the ball, and they kind of made them second guess everything they was doing. So I think that was the change.
Who called the huddle?
I did.
Can you feel into the last minute or minute and a half that kind of momentum had come back your guys' way? You know, because they kind of went cold and weren't really getting good, clean looks at the basket.
I think it was, like I said, our defensive pressure kind of messed them up because we were originally back in inside the three-point line. Well, he was on the three-point line. I think we pressured it out a little bit and made them run out further. And I think our big man did a good job helping out on the screens for the guard. And once that happened, they started going one-on-one. I think we stayed in our lanes good at the end of the game to make sure we didn't get any splits and made a whole bunch of contested jump shots.
Roquez, what's it like when a freshman called a team huddle for you guys?
He been stepping up in practice and calling huddle. So I pretty much think he can be a leader for his team. He is the point guard. So yeah.
Chicken, how did you guys? Seems like with the 8 scholarship guys again, you guys are running out of gas a little bit, but you didn't do that late in this game. Just how did that work? How was that different than Kentucky?
Well, our crowd was into the game. They kept us motivated, and some of our bench walk-ons came in the game. They gave us some good run and just some rest for us. So we all just played together, really.
IJ, that's your first Ole Miss Mississippi State game. With that atmosphere and the crowd at the end of the game, what was that like for you being a freshman seeing all that?
It was great. I mean, I seen the pictures and everything last year. I didn't know how it feel, but it was a different feeling when you get out there. They told me how bad it was for us to beat Ole Miss. That's really all I wanted to do at the end of the day.
Roquez, y'all had an 11-point lead, kind of a race. Ole Miss took a lead there for a little while. What did y'all do to kind of get settled back down and get back in the ball game?
Repeat the question.
When y'all had that 11-point lead, a race, you know, and Ole Miss kind of got back ahead, what did y'all do to kind of calm down
we stayed together. I said a couple games, like a Kentucky game, we kind of fell apart. Everybody started going their separate ways. But this game is much more game to that. So we stayed together as a team, so came out with the W.
Chicken, what's it like when you haven't scored from the field? How are you able to be so successful from the free throw line, even though you haven't seen a shot go in other than free throws?
Well, I'm shooting 50% from the free throw line. Well, I've been practicing like a lot. I've been shooting a lot of free throws. But I know that's my bread and butter going to the line. And also my big man, they're working again. Another game they've been working, so pretty much every game they work like that, I work like that, we're going to win.
Roquez, I'm curious if you noticed they had freshmen and sophomores, most in the second half in the front court. They were guarding you. Did you kind of notice that and say, hey, give me the ball?
I kind of noticed they came kind of soft at me, so I'm pretty much a very hard worker. Either way, I'm going to find my way to get a basket, rebound, tip it in, or anything.
Roquez, you got Alabama next on Wednesday on the road. And they got like 3 or 4 guys that are legit front court guys. And just comment on that challenge, going up against a team that's got 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guys that are for real.
We just gonna go over scouting reports. Next day of practice, we're gonna just work hard and do everything we can do to win the next game.
Chicken, we saw you're running, you're kind of warming up with you guys in the beginning of the game. What's it kind of been like to have him, I guess, around in the pregame and stuff?
Well, this is our first day seeing him. They said they wanted everybody. But he's going to be a big help to us, though.
Thanks.